because as far as the government or the institutions are not giving us this information because it's not interesting for them. So now we have the chance to understand how everything works, and everyone can take their own decisions. All of this that we are teaching you now today is the very first steps in finance and investment, sorry. And it's thought about people who wants to do it like the title said, no risk, or like low risk and long term. So this compound interest, it doesn't work. You cannot go and plant the tomatoes and thinking about the tomatoes will grow, you know. And of course, when you plan things, sometimes go well and sometimes go wrong, because there is no life without risk. You don't change job without risk. You don't get married without risk. You don't have kids without risk. It's always no risk. You cannot gain anything with no risk. You just have to calculate the risk in your life. But also, not doing anything is a risk, is a very high risk. So doing this is like, okay, you want to buy a house, you want to buy a house as an investment in 10 years. Okay, start with something more easy that can give you more flexibility, and not with the water on your neck. I don't know if you say it in English, con el agua al cuello. Because I see a lot of friends that buy an apartment, and then during the next 5 years, no, we cannot go on holiday, no, we cannot do this, no, we cannot. And then you have a kid, and then things go worse. It's like, well, like, why are you putting yourself in this trap? Like, fucking do it smarter. Do you want to buy a house? Like, start doing something that gives you more financial freedom, and then you end up doing something bigger, long term. And like, I know there is some business owners as well here in this webinar. Like, starting a business is also has a risk, right? So we are trying just to shift your mindset, to start thinking on your own and not be dragged by, I don't know, by social media and government or whatever.
Yeah. Or just your friends' life goals as well. I mean, in the end, you have to make your own plan. And Gladys will dive a bit deeper on how our brain loves to have this structure and also follow this goal, because you can get confused along this journey. And that's very important to us to give you this support as well as a financial educators, that you're not alone with this journey, and that there's a lot of tools out there that you just need to apply, and then it actually gets much easier. One example is knowing your risk profile. Everybody of us likes to have a different risk, and we have different exercises at Investling as well that we can share with you. Is about how to find out, am I a person that actually wants to sleep well? And if Donald Trump tweets something weird and all my stocks go down 20%, like, some people get super nervous and like cannot handle this. That's important to know. So based on your risk profile, you choose the different products you want to buy. So that dives into that you should really bring through, is my investment decision actually fitting to my own personal profile? Does it fit to my lifestyle situation, how I approach life? There's some more higher risk takers, and they take it into consideration. They want to arrive early at their goal, but they take this risk. So that's very important. We have it here. Investing is like dating. Not every strategy is your type. Very important.
And it doesn't work also like, oh yeah, my friend does this, so we are really similar people, we have similar incomes, and I will copy this because I think it's interesting, right? So it's very important that we take our own decisions based, because everyone has different tolerance to risk, and everyone has different goals in life.
But there's one rule that works for everyone. It's called diversification. Pretty simple. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. If you put all your money into one apartment, you have one egg in one basket. That's a fact. Doesn't matter if you're a high return, a conservative investor. Yeah, that's it. So if you put everything on one card, on one horse that you bet on, then you don't have diversification. That's already high risk. What you have to do is you have to spread your risk. You have to think about, how can I put myself in an even more dynamic and crazy world that we are living in? How can I secure myself from not ending up with the worst case? That should be the underlying motivation when you think about how to diversify my investments. And if you run your own business, that's already one investment. You have to put money and you make money from it. But then there's those others where you make your money work for you. I show you here an example of how a portfolio looks like. So here, for example, let's say you can take 10,000 euro and you say, I buy one ETF and I put 40% there. Then I put 35% in individual stocks. I buy Apple and Coca-Cola, for example, because I think those are safe companies and they will continue to grow. You can buy a bit of gold because gold is rising right now, and your parents told you gold is an amazing and secure, valid point. Then you want to do something else a bit more risky. You go in Bitcoin because you believe in it, even though it has a lot of fluctuation. And very important, always keep some cash. Even though it's burning away, and what we told you, it's very important to have liquidity. Don't put all your money in one basket and then you don't have any cash. Very bad. Because the cash is really important to stay afloat, to not stress yourself, to have this time to breathe, when you want to take a holiday, when you need to rest, when you need to take your next life decision, when you got unemployed. Very important. Should be part of your strategy. And you should always have some in your bank account.
Experts said that at least you should have like 6 months living. And that's a rule that I learned before starting in investment, because it's a rule that it sets also for people who wants to start their own business. So at least having 6 months savings would be the ideal. But everyone has to understand, like it doesn't matter, like if you are a single person, you have no responsibilities. That's not the same if you are a parent with 3 kids. And so everyone has to see where is their own balance there.
So what I want to give you for today is really, you work hard every week. I know some of you here in the call, we are in touch. We know really you put your hours in every week, and it's really important that you start to make this money work for you. Don't let it just burn away. Think about what you can do and educate yourself. And again, thank you like for being here today.